The Heroic Imagination Project is about the everyday hero, the ordinary person and the everyday acts that he or she can do to make the world just a little bit better. It seems simple, so why don't we all just do it? Well, it has a lot to do with time, sometimes in the literal sense, being in the right place at the right time, acting in a timely manner. But I'm going to talk about our sense of time and how it affects our heroic decision making, just specifically in the context of Dr. Zimbardo's time perspective theory. So a little bit more about the everyday hero. I think the idea of everyday hero can be a little bit different to everyone. It is influenced a lot by the heroes you may or may not have had in your life and many other factors. But to me, it's about being in a selfless state of mind all the time. It doesn't take a lot, but doing the little things you can to make someone else's day better is all it takes. It's a hard thing to do, to step away from any situation and consider how you could be affecting somebody else. So is this heroic mindset something anyone can attain? I believe it is. It just takes a little bit of an adjustment to your state of mind. So what is the secret to living in the heroic mindset? First, we can look to Dr. Zimbardo's time perspective theory, categorizing the main mindsets and time alignments we use to influence our decisions. We can allow past outcomes, good or bad, to predict future events that may repeat. We can live in the present, either in a passive, fatalistic mode or an active, hedonistic manner. Or we can think about the future effects our actions will have. Everyone has a little bit of all of these mindsets, but we all have one or two that have the most influence over us. In terms of heroes and our individual propensity for heroism, I believe the most influential are the present fatalistic and future orientations. How likely are those with the disposition for present fatalism to be heroes? Not very. This mindset is one of a lack of control over one's own life, no matter the decisions they make. This doesn't really equate to heroic attitude. The fatalist will have a hard time seeing a benefit to any action they may take to help someone in need. They will stand back and essentially wait for the situation to work itself out however it is meant to. The present fatalist mentality is a large contributor to the bystander effect. I can't help, but somebody else can, right? They're not great at taking action like a hero needs to do, and instead sit back hoping luck will do its thing. I know that this mindset is not conducive to a heroic attitude because I myself have a pretty high score for fatalism on the ZTPI. I am definitely guilty of being a bystander in the pessimistic attitude that I, as an individual, cannot really have any real impact. But according to the Time Paradox website, it is not all that uncommon to have a higher than ideal present fatalistic attitude. And with the way things are right now, are we really surprised? I don't need to go into too much detail, but there's not a whole lot of positivity happening right now. We look at our peers and it seems like we agree that a lot of things that are happening are just wrong, but we look to our leaders and they just shrug. Where are the heroes, and how do they not get bogged down by all the sadness? Well, because the heroic mindset is concerned with the future. The future perspective is one of long-term goals and future, not present, reward. Because of this, they do not need instant gratification for their actions, which can include actions that don't directly affect them at all. When they see a problem, they can analyze it and find a solution that will best help long-term. Of all of the time perspectives, they are most likely to set aside their own present needs for the outside benefit of others. So are our time perspectives adaptable? How do we begin to think like a hero? The ideal time perspective is moderately high in past positive and future thinking, very high in present hedonistic, and pretty low in past negative and present fatalism. To me, the person with an ideal time alignment would most likely be a very good hero, without a negative outlook on life holding them back and being able to make decisions for present and future benefit. Nothing should stop them from responding to a call for a hero. Just by knowing what these targets are, and by knowing our own scores, we can begin to question our own decision-making processes and align them with the ideal heroic mindset. And if you can be active enough to make your outlook to be just a little bit more positive, you will be more than ready to take on those little situations every day that call for a hero. You're surrounded by these situations constantly, but what makes a hero is being able to pay attention, recognize them, and do what needs done. Does it maybe feel like it's not enough to just be thinking yourself about being more like a hero? You may be doing more than you think. We're so much better motivated to action in groups. Being the first hero will always invite more to follow. If you accept the challenge to be the first. Thank you.